Hi, this is Susan, and I am going to do a quick tutorial, hopefully quick, on how to make fractals in Photoshop. Okay, first thing, we're going to make a new canvas. You want to pick something kind of big, 8 by 10, that's pretty big. Okay, now, you need to find whatever it is we want to make a fractal of. You can make your shape, you can make shapes, you can use people. I'm going to use Nicolas Cage. So, there we go. I just want to do his head, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut out the head, copy it to its own layer, hide the original, whatever you have to do to cut out, you know, the picture. That could probably be done on a different tutorial. So, just gonna cut it out. Really, don't want to spend a lot of time on this part. Anyway, okay, here he is. Hello. That's good enough. Okay, so we're going to take our cutout and you're going to want to move it up to the corner because we're going to start a spiral that goes down like this. So it's good to start up in the corner. Now, we can just make a spiral from this one head and it will look okay. But I think it looks a lot better when you have a varied sizes in the spiral, so we're going to Control J, which duplicates the layer, and then it's Control T to transform. Going to make it a little bit smaller, and maybe just make a pattern here of Nicolas Cage heads. Oops. Gonna Control J again to get another one, and let's go ahead and put him over here too. Flip horizontally, bring it over like so. Okay, that looks okay. Now, to make this one shape, and we're going to hide the background layer, the white, to make it transparent, and then it's Control-Alt-Shift-E, okay? And then you're gonna hide the layers underneath it. So the only thing we have left here is the 3 heads on one layer. I'm going to go ahead and turn the background layer back on so that my eyes don't explode. Okay. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller to start out. And then Control J to copy the layer. Control T to resize it. And what you're going to want to do is turn it. You're going to want to make it smaller and you're going to want to turn it. If you want to be more precise, you can move your anchor point over here or wherever you want. You can be really creative with this. It's like a spirograph. Each one is going to be different, and that's kind of fun. All right. So now that we have our second one started to turn and be smaller, you can hit Control-Alt-Shift-T, and it repeats the action you just did. So as you can see, it's going in a spiral. And I'm going to do it a million times. Okay. Now that we have our spiral, I'm going to go ahead and go back to the layer palette and hide the background layer. And same deal, Control-Alt-Shift-E, which makes a copy of everything that you've done. Okay, then instead of hiding all of these layers, I'm just going to go ahead and delete them because I don't need those anymore. Okay, so now we got our spiral. That is the basics. Now what you choose to do with your spiral is completely up to you. We could take Control J to duplicate, Control T, maybe flip it horizontally, and as you can see, it's already starting to look pretty cool. Maybe take this and merge those layers. Control J. Well, actually, before I do Control J, let's go ahead and move this guy over. Oops, not like that. Move it over like so. Then I'm going to do Control J, and then maybe move our anchor point somewhere, and maybe do this, and then Control-Alt-Shift-T to copy. All right, and that doesn't look totally awesome, but we're going to go ahead and maybe fix it. Maybe I don't even need that one. There you go. And there you have it. It's a Nicolas Cage flower fractal. For the background, I generally like to do a gradient. I feel like that looks pretty psychedelic and cool. That's another thing you can be creative about. Do whatever you want to do. So let's do a gradient. Sometimes I like to choose colors from the actual picture, but there aren't very many colors in this, so I'm not going to do that. Let's pick a cool gradient here. Maybe like this. Okay. Hey. So yeah, that's a little bit. There we go. I just duplicated the layer and then put it on multiply. You just play around with the colors. You can, whatever looks cool, go with that. Sometimes I like to take the actual fractal itself and kind of mess with the saturation or brightness and contrast, because higher contrast obviously is going to look a certain way, maybe more striking. Then I'm also going to take this and kind of center it. It's a star. Yay. Okay, that's basically it. Just have fun with it. There is no wrong way to do this, really. Just remember Control-Alt-Shift-T and turning it and making it a little bit smaller to start the spiral. That's absolutely the only part of this that means anything. So anyway, good luck.